So here is to Wash and Go's and the woman that I became because of them. And here's to what's coming up next. I've been sitting on this decision for months and months, going back and forth and back and forth. I knew that it was coming. I guess I didn't want to say it out loud, because if I did say it out loud, then that means I'm saying goodbye to a chapter that has meant so much to me. So today, I want to talk about the end of an era, the wash and go era, my wash and go era. And before you assume that this is one of those, oh, you know, it broke my hair video, wash and go's damaged my hair, it really isn't. It's not, no. I don't have any tangle story or dryness or shrinkage or, you know, drying time, even though all of these are valid concerns, which is why I'm listing them out. I didn't have any of those issues. I'm just no longer able to do a wash and go anymore. And as painful as that is to admit, it's the truth. Back in 2016, when I committed to doing the wash and go and just wearing it consistently every week, week after week after week, I felt like I had finally found my thing with my natural hair, right? I just big chopped after, I want to say, 8 months of transitioning. The wash and goes made me feel alive, bouncy, light, happy. I don't have a lot of volume. I didn't have a lot of length then. My length's just average now, I guess, but somehow the wash and go, a fresh wash and go, always made me feel like my hair was put together, my hair was showing up, and she was showing up as her full true self. My strands are fine, my density is average, but when I do a wash and go set, it gave me fullness, it gave me volume, it gave me ease and confidence. I remember how freeing it was to not have to wonder what to do with my hair this weekend. Because every time it was a weekend, I went and I washed my hair and I rinsed it out, applied my products, did my wash and go, and I was done. Every step made sense to me. It was repeatable, it was reliable, it gave me rhythm. I knew exactly what to do. I used the exact same products. Even during the awkward phase, you know, where your hair is not too short, but not long enough to do other things with it. Even then, I pushed through, I wore it out. I tried some other styles, dabbled here and there, but I always returned to the wash and go because it worked. It was great. I learned what worked. I cut my hair, I washed it, I let it flourish, I did this, I did that. The wash and go always gave me something to come home to. But things have changed. Motherhood, for one. My baby is now a toddler, full of life and fire and joy and endlessly curious. She is in my care 24/7. She's dropped all but one nap, which is honestly crazy. I can't believe it. When she was a tiny little baby and remained in one spot, you just set her down and she was there, I was still able to get my hair done. I'll wake up so early in the morning to record a whisper under the blankets in another room just so she didn't hear me when I was doing my voiceovers. I really tried my best to keep my routines, my regimens, my wash and go alive. But in between doing everything and being everything for her, I've realized I just don't have that kind of time anymore. I don't. The time that I used to spend washing my hair, you know, co-washing midweek, I used to do those every now and again. I liked that. You know, styling my hair, all of that time has now been reallocated. It's now playtime and storybooks and games and going out on long walks or short ones when we have the time, when it's not raining, going out to play with the cats and just doing things with my baby. And to be clear, I don't regret it. I'm not complaining. There's no complaints here, but I would be lying if I said that it didn't sting a little. It did. I still look at photos of my wash and goes, my fresh ones, especially after a nice haircut. And I still catch myself admiring photos of my old sets. But these days, I'm not just doing my hair, I'm doing my baby's hair as well. And funnily enough, her hair has become more of a priority than mine. So I've chosen simplicity for now, right? A style that I can set and forget for a couple of weeks or however long. Something I can take down when I have the energy something I can redo when I have a tiny pocket of time, something that gives me margin and peace. See, I've come to realize that even a low maintenance style as the wash and go is actually not low maintenance when your life doesn't allow it to be low maintenance. So for a style to work well, you need consistency, you need time, you need energy, you need headspace. You need to be able to give it the time it deserves. You need to be able to get the water on your hair regularly, whether it's a wash or a co-wash or a refresh or whatever. And I just don't have that time right now. My time isn't mine anymore. And what little time I've got, especially over the weekends when my husband's working, I don't want to spend that time doing my hair. I don't want to spend that time negotiating with my hair. Do you know what I mean? Here's what might surprise you. Letting go of wash and goes, even though it's really sad, has been incredibly freeing, because I'm no longer forcing myself to do a style just because it is my signature style. I'm no longer trapped by expectations I set for myself years ago. I'm not measuring my natural hair journey by the style that I wear my hair in. I'm measuring it by how I feel, how it fits into my life right now, and where I am in life. Letting go doesn't always mean giving up. It means growing. It means choosing differently because your season is different. The season that you are in life is different. And maybe, yes, maybe one day I'll come back to my wash and goes. Maybe one day when life slows down again. Maybe one day when my baby is much older. Maybe one day when I have the time to do my hair again. But for now, I have very little time to myself. My baby is not in kindy. She is home with me all the time. And I'm reminding myself that, look, this is part of the journey as well. And it's a beautiful part of my journey. So if you're in the same place, if you're trying to hold on to a style or anything actually that no longer fits your life, that no longer fits your budget, that no longer fits your time, let me offer you this. It's okay to evolve. It's okay to say goodbye, no matter how sad and painful it is. Not because your hair isn't worthy, but because you are, and you deserve peace and not pressure, right? You deserve a hair routine that gives back to you and not just takes from you and requires too much planning to get it done. You deserve to feel good without having to prove anything to anyone. I don't have to wear a wash and go and say, look, I can do it as well as a mother. It's really hard. So here is to wash and goes and the woman that I became because of them. And here's to what comes next. The routines that hold us together, the choices that free us up, and the styles that match our pace of life. I'll still be here, I'll still be natural, baby on my hip, but living a different life, a much different life, a beautiful kind of life. I hope that you walk with me.